6. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. A storm that moved through Indiana last night caused significant damage in a couple of central Indiana counties. Matt Eckhoff is a forecaster at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis.
One is in Vigo County, where we had a pretty intense storm roll through with some signatures that prompted us to issue a tornado warning. We also have reports and damage, what it looks like down in Bartholomew County.
Eckhoff says more wet weather is headed in from the northwest this morning, bringing a wintry mix. It's expected to hit Indy at about 8:30. Searching for an escaped inmate is what the Indiana Department of Corrections is doing this morning. Michael Anderson is currently serving a 3-year sentence. He walked away from a work detail, and now cops are all over the place looking for him. Nonprofit hospitals in Indiana would have a choice if a bill passed in a Senate committee Wednesday. Charge less in facility fees or pay an excise tax. Chris Davis explains.
Too many Hoosiers pay hospital prices that are high and out of kilter nationally.
He's Matt Bell with Hoosiers for Affordable Health Care.
House Bill 1004 creates an option, a choice. Bring prices to a reasonable place, or pay a penalty associated with that.
But the bill he's talking about bothered some of the lawmakers on the Senate Health and Provider Services Committee who voted for it. If hospitals charge more than 265% the Medicare reimbursement rate, they pay the tax, and some hospitals believe that could put them out of business. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Indiana Pacers held off the Dallas Mavericks last night thanks to plays like this.
And now Nembhard gave it away. Christie stole it, takes it to the other end, and Siakam got to the rim and recycled the shot. It leads to a break and a Mathurin layup. What a play.
That's Mark Boyle on the Elevance Health Radio Network. Pacers win 135-131. Their 5-game homestand continues tonight against the Brooklyn Nets. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go. And at WIBC.com, you have traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
Advanced solutions from Comcast Business help turn today's enterprises into engines of modern business. It's how retailers become logistics mastering, supply chain transforming, seamlessly restocking, frictionless paying favorite shopping destinations.
Thank you for shopping.
And how nationwide restaurants become customer focusing, touchscreen ordering,
Second window, please.
rapidly customizing, quick serving eateries. It's how we turn financial firms into market tracking, client servicing, cyber securing economic engines.
Loan approved. Congratulations.
And how hospitals become the patient scanning, data managing, welcome to the worlding, life-changing healthcare facilities that we all depend on. With leading networking and connectivity, advanced cybersecurity, and expert partnership, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business, powering possibilities. Restrictions apply.
Good morning, Greenwood. Good morning, Johnson County. Looking at northbound 65 and a good trip right now if you're coming in south of Greenwood, say around Franklin. State Road 44 up to 465 on the south side. No delays, no problems at the moment. Just a 14-minute trip, which is about standard. Continuing on to the south split on northbound 65. That's 4 minutes right now. Again, no delays. 465 looking good. Everything out to the airport, no problems. Have a safe Thursday morning, please. Traffic sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They've teamed up with the Indiana Fever and Common Threads to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies Incorporated. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist, what's happening?
Hey, Tony, good morning. It is the first day of spring, coming off a pretty rough night with some strong thunderstorms. We will quiet down as we head through the day today, but it will be much, much colder with some light, chilly rain this morning, maybe mixing with snow. We remain blustery. Today's high only 43. Tonight will calm down, partly cloudy skies, but chilly temperatures overnight, a low down to 27. Should be a bit better Friday, more seasonable temperatures, partly cloudy, a high of 57. Saturday, some very early morning showers, otherwise partly cloudy, a high of 52. Sunday, cloudy with scattered showers through the day and highs into the upper 50s.
I just want to say that was a very complete weather forecast. That was...
Complete? Oh,
yes.
okay. That is unlike most of my schoolwork.
Right. Really, that's just me saying you took up a lot of our time, man.
Oh, my apologies. I'm sorry. I missed the rap cue. That's my fault.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
What would be a good cue for you to rap?
All right. Well, I'm rapping then. I'm out of here.
His name is Marcus Bailey. He's a fine man. He's available for quinceañeros. Hire him today. That's a lot. Yeah, no, there's just a lot going on. So I appreciate the thoroughness here at Tony Katz in the Morning News. We appreciate the deep dive.
That's what I try to bring to the table, Tony. Just diving in there, giving you all the information that you require.
Bless your soul. I thought you had hung up. I really thought you had been done. That's Marcus Bailey. Wish TV. 43 degrees. He's a good man. In the American Standard Heating Weather Center, the time is 6:08. An executive order on education. But not just any executive order. An executive order that will kill the Department of Education, or so the rumor goes. That we will see an executive order today from President Trump to shut down the Department of Education. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What's going on? How are you? I missed you last night. It was stormy. I was scared. I had nobody to snuggle with. I did have somebody to snuggle with. Please, let's not be ridiculous. Point is, I would have done it with you too. The Education Secretary, Linda McMahon, speaking with Greta Van Susteren over there at Newsmax, discussing all the possibilities, and the order would direct the secretary to take all necessary steps to facilitate the closure of the Department of Education and return Education Authority to the states while continuing to ensure the effectiveness and uninterrupted delivery of services, programs, and benefits on which Americans rely. Part of our problem, too many services, programs, and benefits. And that's why you can never get rid of these programs, and they only become bigger because you have to give more services and more programs and more benefits. Otherwise, you hate children or something. Meanwhile, the people who really hate children run teachers' unions. So I'm not sure what comes next, because I understand you would need an act of Congress to put an end to this, but what you could do is starve it out. You simply could have it provide nothing. You could have it not have a staff. These are things under the president's purview. We have not gained anything from a Department of Education except to say we have got another government entity that hands out government dollars. We don't need it. I'm happy to see these moves. I cannot wait to see the reaction. That's going to be very, very special. But the defense of the Department of Education is to defend solely and exclusively the teacher, not the student. To defend the union, not the student. And there's just no need for that to be the focus. Not angry with teachers. Just don't think that I don't think they're the focus. I don't think they're the top reason that we should be discussing education. It has to be about what we provide for kids. And the Department of Education throws in things that doesn't provide. I will get much more detailed. Oh, don't worry about that. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick. A hunger summit at 6:32. Join guest speaker, Secretary of Commerce David Adams, and an expert panel for IBJ's Life Sciences Power Breakfast, April 24th. More at ibj.com/events.
It's that special basketball time of year. You need to work as a team to win. And the same goes for your retirement portfolio. Matt Bear here. Hey, suit up with the fiduciary advisors at Trajan Wealth for your retirement portfolio. They believe in investment strategies that focus on growth and long-term strategy, covering you at both ends of the court. Call and schedule your complimentary consultation at 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. You heard that right. Your first appointment is free. Trajan Wealth will meet with you, get to know you, then assemble a portfolio that totally reflects your hopes and dreams, completely customized to your visions of the future. Call and schedule at 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first consultation is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
From a fast break to recovery, Indiana hospitals are here for every Hoosier, regardless of their ability to pay. That's why we're teaming up with legislators on a winning playbook to lower costs and protect access to care across our communities. Because good policy doesn't leave anyone on the sidelines. Learn more at HoosierLifeline.com.
Paid for by the Indiana Hospital Association.
Big Joe here. You've heard me talk about absolute comfort and the Mitsubishi electric ductless mini splits for years. This energy-efficient way to heat and cool your home is a game changer. These systems are smart and can detect when someone is in the room and adjust to your activity. Visit Absolute Comfort at the Flower and Patio Show, booth 382 in the West Pavilion across from the beer garden. Ask for Jeremy or Chris to answer all your questions. Absolute Comfort, your trusted American Standard Mitsubishi Electric Elite Ductless Pro dealer.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 765-545-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 765-545-BATH. That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Are you wanting comfort at half the price? Now's the time because Lazy Boy and Smith Brothers are 50% off with extra discounts for cash. Thinking about getting outside soon? Berlin Gardens and Pollywood Outdoor Furniture are up to 20% off during the early season sale. Hurry in to Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Sale ends Monday with free delivery.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, WIBC Traffic Center. What are you doing?
Looking good on westbound 70 right now, Hancock County, coming in from Greenfield, State Road 92465 on the east side. That trip continues to the north split. That's going to be about 4 minutes from 465 to the north split. And heading out to the airport this morning, westbound 70 looks great from the south end of downtown to the west side, out to Plainfield with Ronald Reagan Parkway, Ameriplex, and the airport collector. Traffic sponsored by Lear Capital. Our financial system is cracking under pressure. Your retirement is at risk. Take control now. Lear Capital is offering a free Sky High Silver Report and Precious Metals IRA guide at BetterNestEgg.com. Don't leave your future to chance. I'm Matt Bear on the fives at WIBC Traffic.
43 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:15.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Brooks and Dunn, the best-selling duo of all time, live.
Something country.
Neon Moon Tour 2025.
Urban neon.
With David Lee Murphy.
A little dust on the bottom of that red dirt road.
April 3rd, Gainbridge Fieldhouse. On sale now at Ticketmaster. Brooks and Dunn live.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text MONEY to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Hey, Ukraine. Those some nice power plants you got over there. Maybe we could take them off your hands for you or something. That's the newest offer from President Trump to Ukraine. This is something. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Floating the idea, as we heard about from Caroline Leavitt in the press briefing yesterday, that, hey, we're trying to figure out this peace deal with Russia, but, a lot of this has to do with energy and the power plants and targeting of power plants. We could just take those power plants right off your hands. We've got the expertise. That was the word used. We've got the expertise to run them, and you'd have lots of energy, and we'd protect those things. So we're no longer talking about a mineral rights deal. That seems to now be gone. And we're now discussing the idea of control of their power plants, including nuclear facilities. And the best protection for that infrastructure would be American ownership. Okay. For anybody out there who doesn't understand what's happening here, that whole conversation about strategic defenses, right? We need you to come in and really push back against the Russians. We need you to come in and be palpable. Yeah, this is how. Just like the mineral rights deal. If we're going to be there and digging for these things, we're going to protect our interests. That's coming, right? If we own the power plants, well, we're going to protect our interests. And Russia's not going to bomb a power plant because that would be bombing us, and that would be bad for Russia. See, Russia's crazy, but not crazy. Vladimir Putin's got whatever's wrong with him is whatever's wrong with him, but he's still alive, but it doesn't make him nuts. Just doesn't. Would you give up your power supply to another nation? I'm just saying that the idea that Ukraine's going to be like, all right, they might be like, you know what? We'll take our chances with Putin. They're not going to take their chances with Putin. It's very interesting. But you understand it's a security guarantee. We take over rare earth minerals. We take over a power plant, a nuclear facility. It's a security guarantee. And that guarantee is going to come from troops. It's all going to come from letters of marque and reprisal. I'd love that. But that's not how really that one works. Meanwhile, in Congo, they took a look at this conversation that Trump's having with Ukraine. They took a look at the conversation Trump's having with Greenland about, hey, we want the rare earth minerals and we'll come in and we'll put money in, we'll do this and that. And Congo's like, hey, how about this? You kick out the rebels that have been ripping apart this country for, I don't know, as long as we've all been alive. And you can have the rare earth minerals. I mean, we'll work out a deal. We want some money to fall down on the table. But you get rid of the rebels. And you get rare earth minerals. Your election has ushered in the golden age of America. This from the president of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Our partnership would provide the U.S. with a strategic advantage by securing critical minerals such as cobalt, lithium, copper, and tantalum from the Democratic Republic of Congo. And he's asking for a formal security pact to beat the Rwandan-backed rebel group that has been destroying Congolese soldiers. It's also been able to run over UN troops and private mercenaries that have been hired. Very interesting. Very interesting for a president who said no more forever wars. Well, if there's a profit in it, well, it's war. There's always a profit in it. And sometimes it actually has a cause and a reason. If there's a profit in it, this is something. Just like Greenland, the minute the conversation started about, we want Greenland, we're going to buy Greenland, and Denmark was like, you'll never do that. Greenland was like, whoa. What do you got to offer? Same thing is going on here. People want an opportunity to live and to grow. And Congo understands that if you had America on your side, sure, you wouldn't make all the money from the rare earth minerals, but you're not making all the money from the rare earth minerals now. You'll make some of the money. It'll be more money than you could have made, and your whole nation can be better. Oh, and the people killing you will be gone. Deals get made all the time. Meanwhile, the Israelis have launched a ground operation to retake areas of that northern Gaza corridor. We are still a long way away from a second part of any level of ceasefire with the Israelis and Hamas. Certainly a long way away from deciding or figuring out whether or not there are hostages that can be returned, will be returned. They're not done yet. I know there's still one more U.S. hostage. I don't know if that person's been returned yet. But when you're the president and you said, let them rain hell on you and all that jazz, don't be surprised that they did. And remember, the people who are in protest, no, they just don't want Israel to exist. But this is the latest. The defense minister, Israel Katz, no relation that I know of, warning Palestinians in Gaza that the army would again order evacuations for combat zones and to be ready for it. That's right. Warning the citizens that an attack is coming. Very genocidal or something like that. By the way, there's been a massive uptick in trolling on social media. It does come in weird waves, and there's no reason for it. Massive uptick in trolling. So if you follow me on the Twittix at Tony Katz, you'll see some world-class nuttery. World-class crazy. And I would advise you, if you should follow anyway, and then don't actually read that. It's people are nuts. And this from producer Carl. It's a story about how a Senate panel talking about a ban on transgender women on women's college teams, meaning men in women's sports, has people coming out and they're talking about it, and they're taking a testimony. And one woman said that her daughter is transgender, used to play multiple sports, now doesn't play any due to Indiana's ban, and this new legislation would extend that prohibition even further. I would say to you, ma'am, respectfully, it's your son. You want to say your daughter? I'm not gonna. You are gonna do what you do. You're not gonna, get me to change, and you're still gonna do what you do. If your daughter is a boy, your daughter should not be playing. If your son is a boy, your son should not be playing in school sports. That's it. And that's that. Decisions got made, and decisions have to be lived with, and other people do not have to live with your decisions. Please stop thinking that. Your decisions for you, his decisions for him, not for other people. We need some decency, ma'am. I hope you look at that point of view. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Yeah, westbound 70 good to go into the north split from the east side. And checking out Fishers this morning, I-69 at the Clear Path construction project, the redesign of the 465, 69 interchange on the northeast side. Done at the end of the year. It's supposed to be, I've been told. Inbound 69, fantastic right now. Fishers looking good from State Road 37 to 465, just 4 minutes in Benford Boulevard on your way to Meridian Penn and wholesale downtown Indianapolis. 14 minutes right now. Inbound Benf from 69 to Meridian Penn. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Get where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
And this is Casey.
People are angry that some Republicans won't hold town halls.
Join us Thursday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Matt Bear here. Good morning. Heavy spring rains, springtime gust and hail. I hope your roof is ready. Be sure about it by calling my friends at Cochran Exteriors, who have a free roof inspection ready for you. Is the attic smelling a little musty, a little lived in, or your shingles curled up? Have you noticed a leaky problem area? It's time to get that fixed. Call Cochran Exteriors for a free, no-obligation consultation with options to meet your budget, not to mention a lifetime workmanship warranty. Get scheduled now before the spring rush. Visit CochranExteriors.com today. That's CochranExteriors.com.
This is the most exciting time of the year, and we want you to go all the way, even if your team doesn't. March on, Indiana, in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Shop any of Hubler's 13 locations and choose from over 2,000 vehicles, including Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and many more. All makes, all models, certified vehicles, luxury vehicles, even the hard-to-find ones. Every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, plus a 128-point vehicle inspection, and a free Carfax history report. Hubler's got you covered. Busted brackets not included. For over 2,000 vehicles, visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 locations.
Hubler's got you covered. Cover me!
Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Hammer and Nigel here for Window Nation. Winters are long here in the area, and if you're tired of seeing and feeling that winter weather coming in past your old windows like I was, you need Window Nation. Their high-quality, energy-efficient windows will get rid of those drafts to keep your costly heat inside, lower your monthly utility bills, and keep your home comfortable year-round. And they're affordable, too. Right now, get 2 windows free for every 2 you buy. Plus, with 0 down and no payments or interest for 2 years, you could get new windows installed in 1 day and not pay anything until 2027.
Imagine what you could do with all that extra money in your pocket. Plus, they're guaranteed for life. Don't miss out on your chance to take advantage of the buy 2, get 2 for free promotion, and you don't pay anything until 2027. Schedule your fast, free estimate right now at 866-90-NATION or go to windownation.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Buildings damaged, trees uprooted, and power lines down. It's 45 degrees in downtown Indianapolis with a clear radar. Your high today, 46. I'm Ryan Hedrick for SeeBeyondTheAddiction.org. Here's what's trending at 6:30. That's what people in Vigo and Bartholomew counties are saying happened after a storm moved through the state last night. Matt Eckhoff is a forecaster at the National Weather Service. He says they're headed there this morning to look at the damage.
You have a debris signature, which can take a few forms. That adds, weight towards what you're seeing. And we had a couple of those at times. So that's why we issued tornado warnings with the radar confirmed tags as well.
Eckhoff says more wet weather is headed your way in from the northwest, bringing maybe some snow, but it won't stick. It's expected to hit the capital city at about 8:30 this morning. Tesla is getting booted from an auto show.
Tesla won't be allowed to participate in next week's Vancouver International Auto Show. The show's executive director told Fox Business the move is to protect the safety of attendees, exhibitors, and staff. This as people in Canada have been protesting Tesla and its CEO Elon Musk, who also heads President Trump's Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. Americans upset about Musk's actions are also protesting Tesla and even vandalizing Tesla dealerships in the U.S. Carmen Roberts, Fox News.
Musk has said on X that Tesla just makes electric cars and has done nothing to deserve the evil attacks. An event called STEM Fest is happening at Gamebridge Fieldhouse this weekend. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. Indiana Pacers Sports and Entertainment CEO Mel Raines says it will help spark kids' curiosity.
We are excited to once again partner with Lilly to bring STEM to life and inspire fans of all ages.
And Raines says students can discover STEM through hands-on activities with local businesses, universities, and nonprofit organizations. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. You have traffic, weather, and sports coming up in 2.5 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. 1 in 8. It is estimated that 1 in 8 Hoosiers faces the issue of hunger. And today in Indianapolis, for the first time, a hunger summit is being held to bring together all links in the food chain from around Indiana to seek solutions. It's the brainchild of Corteva AgriScience Global Community Investment Leader, Heidi Spahn.
It's just a personal passion of mine that everybody should have food to eat, that we should bring all of the collaborators in this food space together, all the way from the farmer producer to the last mile, and thought that as a state, we can do better in addressing food insecurity if we come together and collaborate and network and think about ways that we can address this challenge.
Mayor Tyler Moore is relaunching the Kokomo Infill program aimed at revitalizing neighborhoods by transforming vacant lots with new homes where blighted structures once stood. Kokomo opened a similar housing program in 2024, resulting in 25 new residential projects completed or ongoing. A subsidiary of Fishers-based American Resources Corporation has received a nearly $1 million grant toward its efforts to recycle critical minerals from wind turbines, electric vehicle motors, lithium-ion batteries, and other sources. Electrified Materials Corporation will use the matching grant from the Indiana Department of Environmental Management to purchase equipment for recycling rare earth magnets and battery materials. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
At Indiana University, we're undaunted by challenge. We take the lead. We don't follow the crowd. Embracing the future with creativity and bravery. Unapologetically optimistic. Equipped with the knowledge and intention to change the world. Because bold is who we are. 9 campuses, 1 purpose. Creating tomorrow, today. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow. Join us at iu.edu.
Private equity firm Forward Consumer Partners has acquired Indianapolis-based Servas Laboratories, and with it, the legendary consumer brand Barkeeper's Friend. Barkeeper's Friend was created in 1882 by renowned chemist George William Hoffman and has been a consumer cleaning staple for generations. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
All right, Gary, looking at southbound 65 coming down from Lebanon this morning, Boone County. Everything looking good from State Road 47 down to 465. And right now I see no delays right now as you make your way down from Lebanon. Everything good into the Cincy Center and Meridian Street Penn. If you're coming northbound 65 from Greenwood, no problems here this morning from Johnson County, at least for the moment. If that changes, I'll let you know. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 Cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146 and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 42 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:36. We check on sports, and what do you got there, Ryan Hedrick?
Tony, good morning. Benedict Mathurin put up 16 of his 23 points in the fourth quarter, helping the Pacers take down the Dallas Mavericks 135-131. After the game, he talked about how important this 5-game homestand is.
We have to take care of, every single game, one at a time. And we have 14 games left to the playoffs, so we have to try and make a push for it.
Cut courtesy of the Elevance Health Radio Network, the Pacers play the Brooklyn Nets tonight. Purdue point guard Braden Smith is crediting his teammates with helping him rack up over 700 career assists as the team gets ready for its first-round NCAA tournament game against High Point.
Yeah, I get them the ball, but they make the shots. So I think just having great teammates, my 3 years I've been here, that's obviously a huge help.
And today's game starts at 12:40. IU introduces Darian DeVries as its next head coach. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com.
High school sports are a true team sport and not just for the starting lineup. I'm Claire Hack from Jennings County High School.
And I'm Grayson Mealy from Westell High School. That's because every person involved in high school sports is essential.
Each student athlete contributes something unique to the team.
Coaches guide and mentor their athletes on and off the field.
Officials protect the integrity of the sports they love.
Fans unite and cheer for their team as one.
Without any one of them, high school sports simply aren't the same. That's what makes them a true team sport.
It takes everyone coming together to achieve the ultimate purpose, preparing student athletes like us for life.
Whatever role you play, thank you for being on our team.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Thank you for being a champion of high school sports by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is rallying around our student athletes. This is being a good teammate. This is your IHSAA.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or drexelin.com.
So Swig is coming to the Washington Square Mall. Actually, just past the Washington Square Mall. Have you heard of this place? Somebody said, hey, people like soda. What if we charge $9 million for it? We pretend it's fancy and we make high school kids line up in their cars because we're only drive-through for 9 hours to get one, and we charge them $1 bajillion. And someone else said, hey, you could open that in Carmel and be very successful. And so they did. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's called Swig. They were founded in Utah. They make fancy sodas. And people, only drive through, and people there are stay in the line, and they'll wait 45 minutes for a soda. And now they're opening another one. How could I not see that? How could I not see that? You know what the world needs? Crazy. I saw the $10 milkshake people, and I said, come on. That's not going to fly. Well, we treat it like a Bloody Mary, right? We throw some Oreos in there, and then we throw a piece of cake on top, and then a piece of fried chicken, a couple layers of bacon, some olives, the whole thing. A Bloody Mary is not a Bloody Mary unless you could fit 5 full meals on top of the glass. And they did the same thing with milkshakes. I'm like, this can't be. The sodas? Genius. And then I read this over at the IBJ that the brand Barkeeper's Friend sold to an investment firm on the East Coast, and it said indie-based. I had no idea. Did anybody else know? It's like Splenda is in Carmel. And you're like, really? That's just so, that's random odd. All right, I guess they have to be somewhere. They're here. Very cool. I had no idea because I've seen this brand, I would argue, my whole life. And they just sold. Well, I mean, good on them. Developed in Indianapolis, as the reporting goes, 1882 by a chemist named George William Hoffman. That's crazy. I had no idea that it was here. Anyway, it's sold, so it's no longer here. But if there are jobs here, I certainly hope that they stay. More jobs, the better. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Indianapolis roads, a total disaster. Some of the worst potholes in America. Am I right?
A car on Keystone Avenue just fell into one the size of a swimming pool.
Disgraceful. These roads should be great again. But right now, they look like the surface of the moon.
Suspension repair shops are making a fortune.
Rigged system. But Matt Bear, he's the guy to trust. Tremendous at avoiding these disasters. Just tremendous.
Matt Bear, making your commute great again. Mornings and afternoons on 93 WIBC.
Discover Barkeep Vodka, the cleanest and smoothest vodka thanks to its unique compression filtering by Indy-based True Essence.
Top shelf quality and value, and you're supporting local Indiana farms. Grab a bottle at any Indiana store or visit barkeepvodka.com.
Hey, it's Rob for Universal Windows Direct. Tax season is here, and what better way to reinvest in your home than with brand new energy-efficient windows? During Universal Windows Direct's Tax Time Sale, you can save big while making your home more comfortable and energy efficient. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and there's no limit. And here's something that will make your wallet even happier. Pay no interest until 2030. That's right, no interest for the next 6 years, making it easier than ever to afford the quality windows your home needs. But wait, there's more. This month only, Universal Windows Direct is giving you an extra $500 off your home improvement project. Whether you need a few windows or a full home upgrade, this bonus savings makes now the perfect time to act. Now, some restrictions may apply, so call today for your free in-home estimate. 317-659-7574. 317-659-7574. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Tell them Rob sent you.
It's tax time, and tax time is your time to buy a new Nissan and get double your tax refund or down payment only at Andy Moore Nissan of Indianapolis. For a limited time, when you buy any new Nissan, Andy Moore Nissan will double your tax refund or down payment up to $5,000. That means your $1,000 becomes $2,000. Your $2,000 becomes $4,000. Your $4,000 becomes $8,000. This month only, Andy Moore Nissan will double your down payment up to $10,000. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Good credit, bad credit, even no credit. Our credit experts will get you approved with the best terms, with as little as $0 down on any new Nissan in stock. Andy Moore Nissan is making deals other dealers won't and approving deals other dealers can't. Andy Moore Nissan, 4302 Lafayette Road, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Finally, spring has sprung, and Sullivan Hardware and Garden in Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan are celebrating with our spring open house this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Pat Sullivan here, and that means Pansy Roulette, where everyone is a winner. You could receive between 10 and 100% off your purchase of gift items, plants, garden accents, and grill accessories. Just pick a pansy, go shopping, and let your cashier open the tab to reveal your savings. Check the specials on all of our patio furniture, pre-season priced at 30% off. During this event, you'll get an extra 10% off. Make sure you see the additional spring open house specials throughout all of our stores. And on Saturday, there'll be free seminars on plants, lawns, decorating, container gardening, and much more. Shop, play, experience. Spring with Sullivan's. 71st and Keystone, 49th and Penn, Cicero, and Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan in Fishers.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Coming into Indianapolis from Hendricks County this morning, eastbound 70. Looks fine at the moment from State Road 39 to 465 on the west side. Just 12 minutes. Nothing slowing us down here at the moment. 465 solid as everything's moving up to speed throughout the 52.7 miles here. No trouble on 465, our Beltway, circling Indianapolis. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road at North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
42 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:45.
Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
Listen to Hammer and Nigel this week for your chance to win a pair of tickets to Outlaw Music Festival with Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, Sheryl Crow, Madeline Edwards, and Waxahachie, Thursday, September 18th at Ruoff Music Center.
When Elon Musk bought the Twitix, bought the Twitter, bought the X, paid $44 billion, and people said, "You're insane. You don't know how many Major League baseball teams or national NBA teams you could have purchased, NFL teams you could have purchased. My gosh, anything would have made more money than Twitter." And then the valuation went down. People are like, "Oh, he doesn't know how to run a company, and he's such a dope," and the pylon and all that jazz, because he really actually believed that people should be able to speak freely. Yeah, Twitter is now back to a $44 billion valuation. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. It's right there, the story at the New York Post. Report from Bloomberg saying X raised nearly $1 billion in new equity from investors. And the valuation was $44 billion. So in 3 years, he took a company, was able to shed the old guard, reduce the workforce by some, 80%, reestablish it as a place of free speech, grow advertisers, and get back to his original valuation in 3 years. Now what is it worth? What will it be worth tomorrow? Don't have an answer. What I know is this idea, this desperation that you want him to fail is so super strange. You heard this from Tim Walz. He's the governor of Minnesota. He ran for vice president. It was adorable. He tried so hard, and he's thrilled that the stock price of Tesla is going down.
Saying on my phone, I don't know, some of you know this on the iPhone, they've got that little stock app. I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping. So, and if you own one, we're not blaming you. You can take dental floss and pull the Tesla thing off, and take out, just telling you.
Stock price over the last month is down 127. That much is true. The stock was up $10 yesterday. And Minnesota owns shares in their pension fund. You understand what I'm saying, right? Tim Walz is talking down a stock that people who get pensions in Minnesota rely on in order to have a good retirement. If you have not learned by now that Tim Walz is amongst the dopiest human beings who have ever existed, a guy who speaks against his own best interest, a guy who does not care about the people he supposedly represents, only hopes for their disaster, for their downfall. As obvious as the day is long, you're talking down a stock, you own it. Super weird. By the way, I don't give investing advice. Never, ever, ever take investing advice from me. Buy it, don't buy it. I don't know what I'm supposed to tell you. All I know is I've got Howard Lutnick out there saying you should get it because it's never been so cheap, the Commerce Secretary, which I don't know if the Commerce Secretary is supposed to be giving stock advice either. But everybody's nuts. Speaking of nuts, there's a group out there that found a list of Tesla owners and published it. That way you could go out there and destroy somebody's Tesla. Everybody involved in the vandalism needs to go to jail. And that the political left does not condemn this is just part and parcel of where the political left is. Don't tell us about the political right and violence. Don't. Cars are being set on fire, vandalized, and as a group, you're not saying, well, this is wrong. Hey, don't do that. Hate Elon Musk all you want. Don't buy his car. You want to engage boycott? Go right ahead. Well, conservatives, they boycott Disney. I don't think it worked out great, but they boycotted Disney. Go ahead, boycott Tesla. I'm not. I've gone past the point where a boycott's going to bother me. You do you, kitten. Destroy people's property, you go to jail. And if you get caught, you should expect to lose an eye. Now, what do I mean by such a very violent statement? I believe that someone involved in defacing a Tesla or destroying property should expect that if caught, they're going to get beaten so badly, they're going to lose one of their eyes. An orbital socket is going to get broken beyond belief, beyond repair, and they won't be able to see again. Listen, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. We've said that before. If you can't handle what might be coming your way from your action, don't do the action. And you say to me, well, Tony, you're condoning violence. No. Don't do anything to the dude's Tesla. That's the point. And don't do anything to their other car or to their house or to their kids or to their property or to them. Good Lord. Be normal for 5 minutes. Control your emotions. Stop thinking that you're allowed to act out on your emotions. Stop allowing your emotions to rule you already. Don't you want to be in charge of your own life? Don't you want to have a little bit of happiness? You can't have happiness if your emotions dictate your every move, if you are led by them, if you are unable to control them. It's not the sign of an adult, it's the sign of a child. Children have tantrums. Adults work children through tantrums. And right now we've got a lot of children who believe that their anger, their frustration, their emotion is enough, and everybody has to get out of the way. Nobody has to get out of the way. I can't look at that Tesla, I have to destroy it. Then you should expect bad things to happen to you. I won't condone it, but I'll be like, well, you destroyed their property. They destroyed you. That seems like the natural course of events in humanity. Don't mess with somebody else's car. Publishing a list of owners, doxing them like that, these people are evil. And let me say again, for those of you who have a home and you're concerned, being prepared to defend oneself and the ones you love, that's smart. The Second Amendment is yours. Maybe take advantage of it. Get trained, by the way. That's the key. And you can always just call the police. You know that, right? Matt Bear has traffic.
Southbound 69 before 82nd Street, a stall blocking the left lane, and northbound 65 slow out of the north split 2 west. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear at WIBC Traffic.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing, must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
Now through May 4th, new customers can get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $69 a month for 24 months. And ask how to get free installation on qualifying bundles. Plus, find out how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After 24 months, regular rates apply.
What a day.
You're working too hard.
We're both working too hard with even less to show for it.
What's this?
It's the bills for Tracy's procedure.
This is outrageous.
I know. And Mom just said her prescriptions went up again.
How can working people afford this?
These medical bills are crushing our finances, and these hospitals and insurance groups are making record profits.
You know, I read Indiana has the 9th highest healthcare costs in the nation, and prescription drug costs are out of control.
That's why I voted for Mike Braun. He has a plan to reform Indiana's broken healthcare system. Braun's plan calls for billing transparency, increased access, and lower costs for all Hoosiers.
I hear you. It's good to know help is on the way. Mike Braun's plan will offer real relief for our family budget.
Sign the petition for Braun's healthcare plan at HoosierHope.org. Join Mike Braun's fight for healthcare reform today. Paid for by HoosierHope.org.
America respects our first responders and veterans, the brave whose business is taking action when calamity strikes. It's dangerous work, often surrounded by sirens, shouting, even gunfire, so hearing loss is probable. First responders can turn to Relay Indiana. If you have trouble hearing on the telephone, visit RelayIndiana.com for voice recognition technology phones that allow the hearing impaired to have normal phone conversations. And there's loaned equipment for those who qualify. Get clarity back on the phone. Visit RelayIndiana.com.
Denny Smith here for Sundown Gardens and Miss M's Home and Garden. Nursery stock is arriving daily at both locations are filling up. Come shop early and save. 20% off all container trees and shrubs in stock now at both Sundown Gardens in Westfield and Miss M's Home and Garden in Bargersville. Their gift shops are full of spring color. Sundown Gardens at 186th Street and Spring Mill Road in Westfield. Miss M's Home and Garden on State Road 135 just south of Whiteland Road in Bargersville. Stop in and see them this week.
Blood, sweat, tears. At Bill Estes, we know it takes hard work and years of doing the right thing to build a business people can depend on. That's why we don't make empty promises and expect your trust. Estes earns it. From Ford F-150s and Toyota Tacomas to Ram 1500s and Chevy Silverados, we have the trucks you'll love at prices you can believe in. But don't just take our word for it. Your trust means something. Estes earns it. BillEstes.com.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But this one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number. $100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. Oh, one last number. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577.
Service today.
Coming up in 2 minutes, possible tornadoes touching down in central Indiana last night. Why state police are questioning a local community center, and what the Purdue Boilermakers basketball team is doing waking up in Providence, Rhode Island. Those stories are coming up after Fox News from the Technology Recycler Studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis at 7 o'clock.
Class dismissed. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. President Trump's expected to sign an executive order today directing Education Secretary Linda McMahon to break up her department.
White House Deputy Press Secretary Harrison Field says, quote, President Trump's executive order to expand educational opportunities will empower parents, states, and communities to take control and improve outcomes for all students. This is something the president campaigned on, of course, saying the department was full of, quote, radical zealots and Marxists. Under Article 2 of the Constitution, Congress will need to sign off on abolishing the Department of Education, which was established in 1979.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. At least 70 Palestinians are reported killed in Israeli airstrikes across Gaza today, where Israeli troops are back on the ground.
Ground forces have moved back into the Netzarim corridor, the roadway that splits the Gaza Strip down the middle. The IDF says that strikes this week have killed a Hamas leader in charge of security affairs. The military also claims that there's a high probability these strikes killed the Hamas head of internal security forces, the Minister of Justice, and the Minister of Internal Affairs.
Fox's Alex Hogan. An Indian citizen teaching at Georgetown University in D.C. is detained for deportation, accused of spreading Hamas propaganda and promoting anti-Semitism on social media. The Greenpeace environmental activist group is ordered to pay $660 million to the owner of the Dakota Access Pipeline over protests in 2017.
Demonstrators clashed with police over an oil pipeline under the Missouri River. Greenpeace, according to the pipeline's lawsuit, orchestrated a campaign to stop construction, providing intelligence, training, tents, tools, and lockboxes that protesters used to chain themselves to equipment, leading to some 700 arrests. Now, the company, Energy Transfer, claims Greenpeace also defamed it, causing banks to divest, costing it some $300 million in damages.
Fox's William Lejeunesse. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Taking a look at what's damaged. It's 45 degrees in downtown Indianapolis with the light rain. Your high today, 46. More wet weather headed in from the northwest today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 7:02.
There's pretty common reports of trees, power outage, power lines down, things like that.
That's Matt Eckhoff at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis.
It came ashore on the west coast of the United States and then traversed the Rocky Mountains, emerged into Kansas, and then deepened considerably, deepening meaning strengthened.
Eckhoff talking about how large last night's storm was and possible tornado damage. Wish TV's Stephen Deanna was tracking these storms for you last night.
The stretch that moved through Terre Haute, just northwest of Indianapolis, produced probably a likely to be confirmed tornado just north of Terre Haute, as well as a tornado warning just to the northwest of Indianapolis.
There are reports of a skating rink having its roof ripped off in Franklin, but National Weather Service investigators will get to that later today when the sun comes up. It could snow this morning as, again, a storm moves in from the northwest. Nonprofit hospitals in the Hoosier State could be punished for charging people too much in facility fees. Chris Davis reports some people believe that will help lower big hospital bills.
But some hospitals believe it could put them out of business.
And, right now, this last year, fiscal year, even with record volumes, I lost $22 million.
Mike Schroyer is president of Baptist Health Floyd in Southeast Indiana, offering testimony before the bill passed out of the Senate Health and Provider Services Committee Wednesday on a 10-1 vote. Though groups like Hoosiers for Affordable Health Care believe it gives hospitals a choice to comply or face paying an excise tax or possibly lose nonprofit status, some lawmakers on the committee, even those who voted for it, say they have reservations. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You may have heard that IU hired a new basketball coach, and they introduced him yesterday. Darian DeVries is his name. Scott Dolson's the school's athletic director. He says there's a couple of reasons why they hired DeVries.
At West Virginia, they took a 9-win team and took that to a 19-win team despite losing 2 key players to injury early in the season was super impressive.
And DeVries takes over for Mike Woodson, who stepped down at the end of the season. The John Bonner Neighborhood Centers say that swing stops for buses are conditional. Jake McDaniel reports why cops say buses need to have them.
That's because it's required by state law. State police are looking into the JNBC because they don't have stop signs like normal school buses. Last week, someone told officers that the JNBC was loading and unloading kids in the road without using a swing out stop sign. JNBC Community Development Officer Melissa Benton.
We contacted our legal counsel. She has subsequently met with state police legal counsel again, and they've reviewed the state law, and they agree that her interpretation of the state law is accurate.
She tells Wish TV that they did nothing wrong.
That's what we believe.
Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Purdue Boilermakers basketball team waking up in Providence, Rhode Island because they play a first-round game against High Point. High Point has won 14 games in a row. Purdue doesn't have Zach Edey like they did last year, and they are 7.5-point favorites. Tip-off time is 12:40 this afternoon. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. At 7:05, traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at southbound 69 shy of 82nd. It's a breakdown in the left lane. Traffic stop and go back to 106th Street. Short delay there. Northbound 65 slows out at the north split to West Street. Traffic sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Need more data so you can stream your jam mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on reliable 5G network. Straight Talk available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. weathertalk.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. We have a few scattered rain or maybe even a few snow showers possible early this morning. It is going to be blustery for the day today. We may see these winds gusting 20, maybe upwards of 30 miles per hour. We may have already seen our high for the day. I think temperatures will stay fairly steady in the upper 30s, lower 40s, but feels like temperatures will likely be into the upper 20s and lower 30s. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and it turns cold. Will fall to 27. I do think we begin to see a warm-up here on Friday with some sunshine, highs near 57. And then over the weekend, not terrible. We'll drop a little bit on Saturday, 52, and then back up to 57 on Sunday with a few scattered showers.
27.
I know. Ugh.
Degrees.
I'm over it. Yes.
27 degrees.
Degrees, yes.
Huh. That sucks.
It does, and I'm confused because I had to turn the heat off the other day, open up the windows. It was so warm. Now I got to remember turn the heat back on tonight with temps below freezing. It's ridiculous.
So if people are following at home, you have to remember to turn the heat off and then on.
I do. Yes, I'm a very busy woman, and I need reminders. You should see my calendar and the to-do lists that I have. Otherwise, I will forget.
I want to turn the heat off and on, but who has the time?
I forget. I need an assistant.
Wow. You need an assistant. That's why you have kids. Hey, go do this thing.
They don't do
you
anything.
got to train
They just
them.
Run around.
Don't worry. They'll get older soon enough. Soon they'll be at, get me a beer from the fridge age.
Oh, good.
Then
I
mow the
can't wait
lawn
for that.
age.
Yay.
Right? Then,
Yes.
hey, don't tell anybody I buried this body in the backyard age.
Ah, that's the real important part. Yes.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
That is correct.
Do what I say, not what I do. Age. Is that right?
Oh, that starts really young.
Oh, okay.
Super young. Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. We'll catch up with you in a little bit. 42 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:09. I want to take you back to a story. Because this is a story not about Carmel, Indiana. This is a story about what happens when progressives want to bury a story. Claims that they make versus reality. And most importantly, something we shouldn't allow to take root in Indiana, which is the idea of being broken. Unwilling to take a look at something that is wrong and say so. If you saw at a school function, an event where displays were made and dioramas were made, and one of those displays said of Black Americans, they're bad people, you'd say that's messed up. If it said of gay Americans, they're bad people, they're terrible people, they're the problem, you'd say something about that. You would question why that is there. Explain, then, Carmel, Indiana, having a international festival where at it they had somebody putting together, whether it's a family, whether it was a child, did the Jews kill Jesus? And the children of Israel has always been a difficult nation. The Jews spoke very ill of Mary and Jesus. Okay. When this took place, when this happened at this festival, what was this, March 7th, it took 10 days for a statement to come out from the superintendent, Michael Beresford. Now, I had known about this only that something had happened on March 14th because the Indianapolis Jewish Community Relations Council put out a statement, but they say there was an incident and they've been working closely with parents to address the incidents at their respective schools, and they sat down with the superintendent, Dr. Beresford, but they never actually told us what was happening. It was only until Current in Carmel, URCurrent.com, the local newspaper, posted the photos that we understood what had taken place here. The idea that something like this would be hidden, and I argue that's what happened, whether it's from the Carmel schools or the Jewish Community Relations Council, they hid this bigotry. Oh, we can't let people know that this happened. Why? Because somebody who is Muslim or somebody who follows Islam created this? Is that why? I mean, this is all about, the children of Israel have been a difficult nation, and they refer to Jesus as Isa, which is in the Quran. I mean, it's not hard to figure out. Were you protecting them? As opposed to addressing why is this somehow at a festival? Why is this nonsense and this bigotry at a festival? As a matter of fact, why didn't we call it bigotry? Is it fear? How come there's no statement from the school board? I'm on the Carmel Clay School's website. There's no statement. Nothing. I got community survey results and banners and all sorts of stuff. Oh, look, there's the principal of the year from Creekside Middle School. Got named school principal of the year. Congratulations to you. Not a statement. Not a statement from board members. Kristen Coca has no statement. Greg Brown has no statement. Christina Wheeler, who I advised against voting for, if this had been something that was disparaging of people who are trans, oh, you'd believe Christina Wheeler would be crying in front of a television camera right now, not engaged in a conversation like I am, in actual tears. John Shapiro. Really, John Shapiro, you have no statement to this bigotry? None? And Jennifer Nelson Williams. Listen, the sins of the brother are not the sins of you, and I believe that to be true. But your brother, when he ran for mayor, was so disgusted by Moms for Liberty and their Hitler quote, he was a proud Jew, and he was mortified by this, and how dare you this? I haven't seen a statement from him on his social media, and not one from you. I guess that whole proud thing only works when there's something politically advantageous to you. This happened in Carmel. This is going to happen where you are, and you've dealt with other things. You've dealt with teachers. When a student throws up, they make the child eat it. You have dealt with madness in your schools. I want to know why I'm dealing with silence in Carmel schools, where my kids go. I want to know why the Jewish Community Relations Council isn't screaming their damn heads off. I want to know why the school board are such a bunch of ridiculous cowards that they're silent on an issue that on every other subject, if it was any other group, they wouldn't be silent on. And the answer is 5,000 Jews in Carmel, that's where they live, didn't walk into a school board meeting or into a school board office and demand a head on a plate. That's why. That's why they're silent. They aren't people of strength or conviction on that school board. That is obvious. And they certainly have no problem with bigotry. That's also obvious. And the Jewish Community Relations Council has no problem with staying quiet because we're working it out from the inside. Oh, hell. This stuff grows. This stuff builds. And it isn't just about Jewish students. It is about what kind of things we allow. What kind of policies do we have, and whether or not when we see something, we say something. You guys don't say a damn thing. We see you. But don't worry, you've got enough liberal white women in Carmel to keep you elected. I'll get to that story coming up. Right now, Matt Baer has traffic.
Yeah, inbound 69 before 82nd Street. It is a stall right down traffic backed up to 106th Street. Traffic sponsored by Speedway. Get 2 slices of pizza plus a Mountain Dew, 20 ounce, all for $5 with Speedy Rewards. Pizza time is now valid through 4/29/25. See app for full terms. I'm Matt Baer on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
In the American Standard Heating Weather Center, the time is 7:16.
Applied Innovation has made a lot of IT directors happy with their managed print services offering. Listen to a few of them talk about Applied Innovation. Chris Pfeiffer, IT Director for Doran Mayhew.
So we were able to reduce the number of machines that we use, but increase their capacity. And then basically we cut our managed print services bill in half by doing that.
Applied Innovation customer Linda Philly Watson, Director of IT at LaSalle Bristol.
The devices are well managed, they're well maintained, well supported, and that's less time for me. More time for me to spend on other projects, on other priorities.
Applied Innovation customer Craig Gilliam, IT Director for Suncoast Skin Solutions.
I think it's just the simplicity of everything. They're quick, fast, and so if you need any help, they're on the spot.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
Time to get yourself a deal, and that's at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. They have got all the deals. Those 2024 Ford Expedition Platinums, you could save over $15,000 off MSRP. So comfortable. Great speed. You're going to love it. It's fantastic. I'm driving one right now, but if you need something a little bit smaller, maybe that's too big for you, the 2024 Ford Edge SE, you could save over $6,500 off MSRP. Simply purchase your vehicle online. They call that More to Your Door, MOHR, More, get it, to your door, and buy it online, and they'll deliver it directly to you. They also have the commercial vehicles. So if you've got a business and you need the commercial van, you need the commercial truck, you need it outfitted a certain way, they've got it. You go to Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield, they've got an entire area. I think did they finish building it? It was a huge, huge building, and that's where they take care of the entire commercial fleet for you, for your business, and you could save thousands on medium and heavy-duty commercial trucks because Andy always gives you more. Again, Andy Moore gives you more. It's funny, and it's true. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or find them online at Andy Moore Ford, MOHR, AndyMooreFord.com.
This is the most exciting time of the year, and we want you to go all the way, even if your team doesn't. March on, Indiana, in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Shop any of Hubler's 13 locations and choose from over 2,000 vehicles, including Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and many more. All makes, all models, certified vehicles, luxury vehicles, even the hard-to-find ones. Every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, plus a 128-point vehicle inspection, and a free Carfax history report. Hubler's got you covered. Busted brackets not included. For over 2,000 vehicles, visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 locations.
Hubler's got you covered. Cover me!
Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Matt Baer here. Good morning. Heavy spring rains, springtime gust and hail. I hope your roof is ready. Be sure about it by calling my friends at Cochran Exteriors, who have a free roof inspection ready for you. Is the attic smelling a little musty, a little lived in, or your shingles curled up? Have you noticed a leaky problem area? It's time to get that fixed. Call Cochran Exteriors for a free, no-obligation consultation with options to meet your budget, not to mention a lifetime workmanship warranty. Get scheduled now before the spring rush. Visit CochranExteriors.com today. That's CochranExteriors.com.
You wake up feeling like you just boxed 12 rounds. Some wake up sweating with sore jaws, headaches, and a lot of our patients complain of brain fog. I'm Dr. Madan Kandula, and these signs, often joined with snoring, are sleep apnea symptoms. And if this sounds like you, you may have been in a struggle last night between you and this serious disorder. Many people aren't willing to fight back, but the fact is you can't go through these nightly struggles without ramifications that each night chip away at your life's expiration date. I get it. You don't want to wear a CPAP mask. You may find out you don't need one. We have every effective sleep apnea solution available. And believe me, the mask is the last resort.
It's time to take action to stop your sleep struggle. Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Results may vary. Most insurance accepted.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
No time to waste. The popcorn moment. Let's go. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. The popcorn moment. The story you need to hear to believe, and then grab your popcorn because there is more. A quick twofer for today as I went long earlier, and I apologize for nothing. First, Donald Trump doing perfectly Donald Trump things.
Unbelievable aptitude in technology.
What do you do when you can't sleep? Because you don't sleep. You're like me, you don't sleep at all. I know you just don't need a lot of sleep. But when you can't fall asleep, you wake up in the night, how do you go back to sleep?
Well, the only thing I totally admired about Sleepy Joe Biden is the following. He'd go to a beach. He'd lay down in a cot, barely able to get his feet through the sand. He'd lay down, and within minutes he's sleeping, and you have cameras watching him. I could never do that. I would never be able to sleep like that. That's about the only thing I think that was wonderful. He was a disaster. This man was a disaster. I don't.
Good gosh. That is just so great. This is what I admire. Nothing. That man will never change. No, but I think the story is this. Nancy Pelosi punching Chuck Schumer, the Senate Minority Leader, in the face over voting for the continuing resolution.
It's about what comes next. I myself don't give away anything for nothing. And I think that's what happened the other day. We could have, in my view, perhaps gotten them to agree to a third way, which was a bipartisan CR for 4 weeks, in which we could have had bipartisan legislation to go forward.
I don't know why she believes that to be true, that you could have gotten this so-called bipartisan continuing resolution, considering that you never would have allowed that, and there's no saying that Republicans would have gone for that, or that you had any leverage points at all on a continuing resolution. I don't give away anything for nothing. I'm telling you right now, you work your business life, your investing life, the way Nancy Pelosi does, you also will be super rich, but you'll have to get the insider trading deal she does, and you'll probably go to jail for it. So maybe not as rich. But, oh, look at me. I'm super tough. I don't give away anything for nothing. I don't know. It seems to me that's not a very liberal principle. But punching Chuck Schumer in the face, as we said, if he thinks this appearance on The View helped him or saved him, he's nuts. Nuts. His leadership is coming to an end. And I would assume sooner rather than later. Matt Bear has got traffic on the fives. What's up, Matty Boo Boo?
19-minute delay on southbound 69 from 106th Street, 282nd. That's because of a stall blocking the left lane. Again, delays in 19 minutes. Moon and County crash southbound 65 at State Road 32. 2 lanes are blocked. Only the right lane available for travel right now. Traffic is jammed up back to US 52 Lafayette Avenue. A 7-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Speedway. Get 2 slices of pizza plus a Mountain Dew 20 ounce, all for $5 with Speedy Rewards. Pizza time is now. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for full terms. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show back at it this afternoon, 3:06. We've got Hammer and Nigel Records Madness. Rob Kendall, Off the Rails, 93 WIBC.
You need a tree. I got a tree guy. And now you got a tree guy. And you're like, finally got a tree guy. And you can walk down the street and be like, oh, you need a tree? I got a guy. If you need a guy, I got a guy. I got a guy that does trees. I got a tree guy. Circle City Trees. That's your tree guy. Just that simple. Just that easy. They're at the Indianapolis Flower and Patio Show right now through March 23rd. You should stop by and say hello. If not today, definitely this weekend, the largest selection of mature trees. And they only sell trees that thrive in Indiana. We're talking about evergreens and shade trees and fruit trees, ornamental trees, flowering trees. When that tree dies on your property, do you just leave it dead, or do you have it taken care of and then get yourself a new tree? Because at Circle City Trees, they do the installation. It'll give you shade for the deck. It'll block out that weird neighbor who does that thing, and they swear to you it's just a stretching exercise, but you know they're just creepy. You don't want to see that. You need yourself a tree. CircleCityTrees.com. Check out the lot, the showroom, if you will, and everything they have to offer, and you'll be like, that's what I want to see in my backyard, in my front yard. That's going to make my life better. CircleCityTrees.com. 317-768-3005. 317-768-3005. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. Circle City Trees, 768-3005, or online at CircleCityTrees.com.
Advanced solutions from Comcast Business help turn today's enterprises into engines of modern business. It's how retailers become logistics mastering, supply chain transforming, seamlessly restocking, frictionless paying favorite shopping destinations.
Thank you for shopping.
And how nationwide restaurants become customer focusing, touchscreen ordering,
second window, please,
rapidly customizing, quick serving eateries. It's how we turn financial firms into market tracking, client servicing, cyber securing economic engines.
Loan approved. Congratulations.
And how hospitals become the patient scanning, data managing, welcome to the worlding, life-changing healthcare facilities that we all depend on. With leading networking and connectivity, advanced cybersecurity, and expert partnership, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business, powering possibilities. Restrictions apply.
Hey folks, Scott Wilson here from Wilson Farm Market. Even in winter, we're bringing you the best in farm fresh flavors. Stop in for our fresh salad bar, hot and crispy wing bar, and a cheese selection that is second to none. Got a sweet tooth? Our homemade pies, creamy fudge, and old-fashioned candy will hit the spot. Come see us on US 31 just north of Carmel. We're open every day 9 to 6. At Wilson Farm Market, we're all about fresh, local, and delicious. See you soon.
You love spring in Indy, so don't spend it painting. Do what your neighbor Mike did. He called Rhino Shield.
Our home is basically a contemporary, and we just started noticing that the paint was just fading and just looked like garbage. We had received a postcard from Rhino Shield, and we decided to take a look at it.
Rhino Shield's formulated for our specific climate here in Indiana.
The process with Rhino Shield and their crew, they were just very conscientious. We had problems in the past with painters. They leave debris and everything. Well, we didn't have that with Rhino Shield.
Visit Rhino Shield's booth at the Flower and Patio Show and learn about their 25-year transferable warranty protection. Plus, receive a free prize.
The thing about Rhino Shield, the heat gain has been reduced, and we save $70 a month. You don't hear that about any type of paint.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Hammer and Nigel show back at it this afternoon, 3:06. We've got Hammer and Nigel Records Madness. Rob Kendall, Off the Rails, 93 WIBC.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or DrexelIN.com.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
People are angry that some Republicans won't hold town halls.
Join us Thursday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It's not a question of if, just how big. 45 degrees at Monument Circle with the light rain. Today's high, 46. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31. Investigators are headed to Vigo and Bartholomew counties this morning after tornadoes touched down.
Damage reports are coming out of some of these places, so we're going to get down there. We're going to investigate and see, what caused damage and how strong it was.
Matt Eckhoff at the National Weather Service Indianapolis talks about what they'll be looking for.
If you have a debris signature, which can take a few forms, that adds, weight towards what you're seeing. And we had a couple of those at times. So that's why we issued tornado warnings with the radar confirmed tags as well.
Eckhoff talks about light snow being forecast for the Indianapolis area, but he says it's too warm to stick. Our news gathering partners at Wish TV described what they saw in Columbus, Indiana last night.
Power lines also down in this area as well. Our photographers out there capturing these pictures for you. You can see it looks like a structure of some sort that was also damaged by the storms that moved through that area earlier this evening. As we take more pictures here now. It seems like this really all across the state right now as we are learning more information. A lot of power outages.
And in Franklin, Indiana, a roof was ripped off a skating rink. A teenager was killed after he was hit by a car late Tuesday. Here's Jake McDaniel.
Police say a driver was going southbound on South Scatterfield Road, which is north of the area near State Road 32 in Anderson. That's when the driver hit the teenager while he was in the road. Officers say the teenager later died. The driver stayed at the scene and cooperated with officers. Police say they are looking into this, and if you have any information about the crash, they urge you to give them a call. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
There was a close call in St. Joseph County on Tuesday. A parent captured a video of a car speeding past a stopped bus, narrowly missing two children. The car passed on the passenger side of the bus, missing one child by a couple of inches. Stacy Zimmerman, the children's mother, reviewed her Ring doorbell camera, and the police are looking for the driver of that car. The Indiana Pacers and Eli Lilly are partnering up with what's called the STEM Fest this Saturday at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Here's John Herrick.
It runs from 11 to 1 on the main concourse at Gainbridge on Saturday.
Pacers STEM Fest is a popular and fun event that helps spark kids' curiosity about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Pacer Sports and Entertainment CEO Mel Rain says tickets start at $15 and it's open to fans of all ages. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
From what's about to happen at Gainbridge Fieldhouse to what happened at Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
The final, Indiana 135, Dallas 131.
Mark Boyle on the Elevance Health Radio Network calling the Pacers' victory over the Dallas Mavericks. Here's head coach Rick Carlisle.
These games coming up are all going to be like this. These teams coming in here are attacking teams. You've got to take the fight to them.
Indiana continues its 5-game homestand tonight against the Brooklyn Nets. Purdue head coach Matt Painter says his team will not overlook 13th seeded High Point in this afternoon's NCAA tournament first round game.
Anytime you can dominate your league, win your tournament, and win 14 straight games, that's respect, man. Those guys, that's a hard thing to do.
And today's game tips off at 12:40 in Providence, Rhode Island, and the Purdue Boilermakers are a 7.5-point favorite. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:35. Traffic on the 5s. How the roads looking, Matt Bear?
Bad coming down from Fisher southbound 69, jammed up from 116th Street down to 82nd. That's because of a stall over on the shoulder after 96th Street. And then southbound 65 in Boone County. This is a crash at State Road 32. The left lane is blocked. Stop and go traffic back to US 52. Inbound 65 slows from the White River to 21st. Northbound 65 slow. Roll Keystone Avenue up to Washington Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road at North Shadeland, or online at DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
41 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:35.
Whenever I'm out wandering,
chasing a rainbow dream. I often stop and think about a place I've never seen. Where
Today on the marketplace, if they want to get rid of the Department of Education, that's absolutely fine. Because we've got these and they're on sale. So there's that. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. When I'm clearing my head, I got downtime. I'm looking for other things to get into and look at what am I going to do next. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. I'm clearing my head. I'm looking at cool stuff, interesting stuff, odd stuff, strange stuff, weird stuff, all sorts of stuff for sale. I bought stuff. I bought something the other day hanging on my wall right now. I have sold stuff. Everything. Today in the marketplace, brought to you by the Attorney General's office. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. You got cash out there waiting for you. The Attorney General has it, and they're trying to get it back to you. Go to indianaunclaimed.gov and find out more. Matt Bear, as you know, there's a real push to dismantle the Department of Education. Maybe Matt Bear wasn't.
Yeah, no, I know. I heard that on the morning show this morning. Yeah.
Right. And I appreciate you listening.
It was good. Yeah, okay, yeah. Dismantling the Department of Education. It needs to be done.
Good Lord.
Let's do it.
Do you need a moment to collect yourself?
I'm going to doge the hell out of the Department of Education, man.
You don't even know what you're saying at this moment, do you?
Yeah, I'm going to doge it so hard, baby.
First of all, this is a family show. Settle down. My God. Did you hear him, everybody?
I'm going to doge it.
Yeah.
Hey, phrase it.
Oh, come on, Carl.
No, that was me. That one is me.
No, okay.
Let us get back. I know that there's this conversation today. We'll have an executive order, and Trump wants to do away with the Department of Education. But you don't need a Department of Education when you have a speak and spell and a speak and math. We're going back to our youth, Matt Bear. They have for sale right now a vintage speak and spell and speak and math, 2 speak and spells. 1 speak and math. It'll give you, you just type in some things. The next thing you know, you're talking like a regular traffic guy.
1 speak and spell for each spelling of yolk. You remember that when you used to type yolk into the speak and spell and it would be like yolk as in an egg. You'd be like, yeah, that's the one, baby. Then you'd type it in.
What?
The speak and spell, man. The first AI. The first way we learned.
Well, I never put yolk into a speak and spell.
Yes,
I also
did.
don't remember if I had a speak and spell. I don't think my mother got one of those for me either.
No.
She didn't get me a Game Boy yesterday. She didn't get me a speak and spell.
She didn't give you the fake Game Boy.
Right. She did text me to apologize. I'm sorry your childhood was so rough. And I said it's too late now, lady.
Yeah, take that.
Don't you apologize now. When you know
the damage is done.
When you're getting older and maybe you need a place to live.
Right?
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe if I'd had a Game Boy, I'd feel differently. Wow. Took a dark turn.
Sorry, right now assisted living.
Yeah, I feel like we're not on the same page, Matt.
I'm definitely on this.
I feel that you and I are somehow doing different things at the moment.
No. I'm definitely
Did you have a speak and spell as a kid?
Yes, I had a bunch of them. I had one. I used to type.
Do you have like one in every room?
Yeah, one in every room. I had one. My brother had one because I was at a different grade level. I wasn't as smart as he. So we had 2 speak and spells. I typed the dirty words in there. I thought it was great to see speak and spell, try to spell them back or say the word because it always came out something it wasn't supposed to be. And I can't give you any examples here. But it was fun to put into the speak and spell because it always get you in trouble.
I really did miss out on a lot of things.
Yes, you did. This was better than the Tiger games, that kind of looked like somebody was kicking somebody. Yeah, this was better. Speak and spell was great.
Tiger games.
Yeah, you remember little Tiger games? They had like one graphic and you would press one button and it kind of looked like it. Like Street Fighter. It had Street Fighter Tiger game, the little handhelds, You never had those? Oh, those.
I think my childhood was stolen from me. That's what I'm learning. I mean, I've always known it, but now I really believe it.
You have a beautiful mother.
True, but she didn't get me no speak and spell. What's interesting about these 3 speak and spells is that all of them are missing the back cover for the batteries.
Oh, well.
Which is its own mystery.
So are electric cars.
Why? What did they do with the back covers? Not the batteries, the back covers. They're all missing. Aside from that, they're $15 each, and they're ready for you in Carmel.
Well, think about it. Everything was missing the back cover when we were kids. Eventually, the back cover gets lost, and the batteries would pop out in the middle of doing the thing. It was all right. Get used to it.
Like the remote.
Yeah. The remote. Oh,
yeah.
That was it.
Matt, I don't think this was our best work today.
I thought this was our best segment.
I
thought we were completely on page, and I thought this was fantastic.
Yeah, and honestly, that's why you're doing traffic.
Oh wait, the item just sold.
No, it didn't.
Oh, okay. I was looking at something else. Sorry. I thought we sold. Damn it, Carl! Stop it.
I'm gonna put an end to this. I'm gonna put a like I've done some good cringe radio in my life, but today might take the cake. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's happening. Today is even the Hall of Famers dump out 1,000 guys. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna let this go now. It's Speak and Spells. They're available at the Facebook Marketplace. That's Matt Bear ruining this show.
Boom.
One segment at a time.
Department of Education.
Stop it. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Like magic, it appears in the sky. A rainbow. Somewhere over that rainbow lurks not bluebirds or dreams. Hidden behind that beauty is trouble.
Get a cone tornado right there.
Don't be fooled.
Tornado on the ground. Confirmed tornado on the ground. Confirmed tornadoes. Oh my gosh, look at it. Oh my gosh.
This spring, depend on your severe weather station.
Baseball size hail.
93 WIBC.
You have unclaimed property. It's waiting for you. It is just there. And what is unclaimed property? It's a financial asset. Somebody was trying to send you money and they didn't know where to send it. It could be unclaimed wages or commissions. It could be a checking account or a savings account you forgot about, a stock dividend. There's a whole bunch of reasons why you may have this cash coming to you and they don't know where to send it, so they give it to the Attorney General. And the Attorney General sets up IndianaUnclaimed.gov, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every single week. We're not talking about houses or boats or cars or contents of a storage facility. And it's not a scam. It isn't free money. It's your money. And the Attorney General's office wants to return it to you, the rightful owner. Yeah, it might be quick. You might need some additional documentation. Go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov and find out for yourself. Super easy to do, free to do, fast, easy, and free. Those are 3 good things. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Go now. IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text money to 46220 and get your cash.
It's tax time, and tax time is your time to buy a new Nissan and get double your tax refund or down payment only at Andy Moore Nissan of Indianapolis. For a limited time, when you buy any new Nissan, Andy Moore Nissan will double your tax refund or down payment up to $5,000. That means your $1,000 becomes $2,000. Your $2,000 becomes $4,000. Your $4,000 becomes $8,000. This month only, Andy Moore Nissan will double your down payment up to $10,000. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Good credit, bad credit, even no credit. Our credit experts will get you approved with the best terms, with as little as $0 down on any new Nissan in stock. Andy Moore Nissan is making deals other dealers won't and approving deals other dealers can't. Andy Moore Nissan, 4302 Lafayette Road, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Baer, WIBC Traffic Center. What's happening?
Crash clear southbound 65 at State Road 32 in Boone County. Stall cleared southbound 69 before 82nd Street. That just went away, so we still have traffic backed up to State Road 37. The front of the line is clearing out nicely. Northwest side, northbound 465 stop and go traffic 86th Street up to 865. Eastbound 70 slow into the south split. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road at North Shadeland or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Baer on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
41 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
What a day.
You're working too hard.
We're both working too hard with even less to show for it.
What's this?
It's the bills for Tracy's procedure.
This is outrageous.
I know. And Mom just said her prescriptions went up again.
How can working people afford this?
These medical bills are crushing our finances, and these hospitals and insurance groups are making record profits.
You know, I read Indiana has the 9th highest healthcare costs in the nation, and prescription drug costs are out of control.
That's why I voted for Mike Braun. He has a plan to reform Indiana's broken healthcare system. Braun's plan calls for billing transparency, increased access, and lower costs for all Hoosiers.
I hear you. It's good to know help is on the way. Mike Braun's plan will offer real relief for our family budget.
Sign the petition for Braun's healthcare plan at HoosierHope.org. Join Mike Braun's fight for healthcare reform today. Paid for by HoosierHope.org.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Make hiring easier with the Workforce Experts. Let the people at Express Employment Professionals find you the right fit. Hiring is about people, not algorithms. Visit expresspros.com.
Addiction. It's hard on those who struggle with it, but those who love the addict need support too. Matt Baer and Ryan Hedrick provide help and hope with Supporting Sobriety. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and on WIBC.com.
I've seen people discussing this show, Adolescence, on Netflix. And I must admit, when I saw the trailer, as my wife and I were flipping through it, I didn't know it was based on a real story. This 13-year-old who stabbed a classmate to death. Based on a real story. I didn't know that. But then I keep seeing this. That the story is based on someone named Hassan Sintamu. Tony Katz, that's me. 93 WIBC. Good morning. And Hassan Sintamu is black, and the character in the story Adolescence is white. And I'm forced to ask why that is. I live in the world where Hollywood said that if you're going to have a gay character, you need a gay actor. If you're going to have a disabled character, you need a disabled actor. That's what you need. That's what you have to have. And they said it over and over and over and over again. Why? Then this. Why this? Why is this the portrayal? If this isn't the story, if it's actually nowhere near the story, why would you portray someone who is black as white? Why would you portray somebody who was 18 when they killed this girl as like a 13, 14-year-old? At least that's how I see it from the imagery, from the video, from the show. Why would you do that? Unless the objective, by the way, he was 17 at the time he committed this killing. Unless the objective was to not share certain parts of the story, because that might be seen as offensive. And it's odd because we are told repeatedly that you have to have this type of actor and that type of actor and diversity here and diversity there. But on this, the family, all white, totally fine. Sometimes you try too hard. A story is a story. And the actor acts, and I don't blame a single actor for taking the job. I have no idea if the show is good or not. It's like 4 episodes. It's just notable that all of this talk about you need to have the representation here and the diversity here and here. But for this, no, not at all. We see you. I think that's the answer. We see who you are and how you act. And it's just weird. Jerome Powell, he is the chairman of the Federal Reserve, saying we're not touching rates.
So then, have we seen the new administration's policies in the economic numbers yet? And when do you anticipate that happening?
In labor or in other?
In labor and inflation, just across the economy. Have we started to see the new policies take effect in the numbers?
Only in a kind of an early way. I mean, it's only been a few months, right? For example, the layoffs that are happening here are, they're certainly meaningful to the people involved, and they may be meaningful to a particular neighborhood or region or area. But at the national level, they're not significant yet. But we don't know. We don't know how far that will go. We'll find out much more. I mentioned that you saw we've had two very strong goods inflation readings in the last 2 months, which is very unexpected. I think hard to trace it to specific tariffs, but it must have something to do with, it's either noise and it'll come back, and that's very possible too. But if it is persistent, then it must be to do with people buying ahead of tariffs or raising prices ahead of tariffs and things like that.
Maybe. And we don't know whether the inflation is going to go down or whether these levels of spend and are going to stay up. We don't know if the inflation being lower is going to hold. We won't know that for a couple of months. We need time. But what the Fed said is they're going to keep the borrowing rate between 4.25 and 4.5. Maybe we'll see 2 cuts this year. Maybe. That's where the update is. Right now, Matt Baer has traffic in the WIBC traffic center. What's going on?
Inbound 69 stop and go traffic, State Road 37 down to 82nd Street. Northwest side, northbound 465 slow from 79th up to 865. And northbound 65 south side, stop and go traffic, Keystone Avenue onto the south split. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146 and River Road, North Shadeland, or online drexelin.com. Matt Baer at WIBC Traffic.
Finally, spring has sprung, and Sullivan Hardware and Garden in Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan are celebrating with our spring open house this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Pat Sullivan here, and that means Pansy Roulette, where everyone is a winner. You could receive between 10 and 100% off your purchase of gift items, plants, garden accents, and grill accessories. Just pick a pansy, go shopping, and let your cashier open the tab to reveal your savings. Check the specials on all of our patio furniture, pre-season priced at 30% off. During this event, you'll get an extra 10% off. Make sure you see the additional spring open house specials throughout all of our stores. And on Saturday, there'll be free seminars on plants, lawns, decorating, container gardening, and much more. Shop, play, experience. Spring with Sullivan's. 71st and Keystone, 49th and Penn, Cicero, and Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan in Fishers.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed mold, mildew, bowing walls, or water in your basement? I hope not, but if you have, your basement is losing the war against groundwater. That's where Indiana Foundation Service comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule your free inspection at indianafoundation.com/row.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But this one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number. $100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. Oh, one last number. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
I'll say this. There are no entries in the Hoops Fan Hall of Fame who didn't show up to the game. Yes, you in the back.
Professor, March Madness is coming to Indianapolis. Are we ready?
You prepared to bring the fire? Give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. The NCAA Sweet 16 and Elite 8, March 28th and 30th in Indianapolis. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets. Class dismissed.
Kendall and Casey.
This is a bill that prohibits minors under 16 from using social media without parental permission.
This is an example of government trying to resolve a problem that they have no business being in, which is how you parent your kid. If you want your kid to be on social media, that's your right as a parent. You dictate that.
Kendall and Casey, weekdays 9 till noon on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Looking for a great deal on a new Lincoln? Come to Tom Roush Lincoln. Select 2024 Lincoln Navigators, now $15,000 off, and get 0% for 72 months. How about an all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus, now $6,000 off with rates starting at 4.9% for 60 months. We look forward to seeing you at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Lincoln Navigator MSRP 104,825. Lincoln Nautilus MSRP 57,785. Offers good through March 31st, 2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Life moves fast.
Another new directive from Donald Trump.
President Trump will not be deterred to make our federal government more efficient.
So does the news.
We expect those meetings to take place very soon.
Decisions made today
Kash Patel confirmed as the next director of the FBI.
could impact you tomorrow.
Accountability and transparency.
What's next?
You never know what's going to happen.
Need to know what happened.
We're already tracking it. Stay in the know while you're on the go on 93 WIBC.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, there's lots of damage in at least 2 central Indiana counties as storms move through the area. The cops are looking for somebody who is doing time, was working on a work detail, but walked away from that detail. Those stories after Fox News from the Technology Recycler Studios, 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It is 8 o'clock.
Break it up. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. President Trump's expected to sign an executive order today directing Education Secretary Linda McMahon to start the process of dismantling her department. and turn its responsibilities over to the states and other federal agencies.
President Trump has criticized the department as wasteful and pushed to expand educational freedom. His administration began laying off hundreds at the agency last week. But only congressional lawmakers can get rid of the Education Department, which Congress created in 1979, a topic McMahon acknowledged during her confirmation hearings. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Ukraine's President Zelensky, in a phone call with President Trump, agrees to a limited ceasefire with Russia as far as attacks on energy infrastructure. White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt.
Technical teams will meet in Saudi Arabia in the coming days to discuss broadening the ceasefire to the Black Sea on the way to a full ceasefire. They agreed this could be the first step toward the full end of the war and ensuring security.
President Trump, during that call, suggested the idea of the United States taking ownership of Ukraine's power plants to ensure their security. 2 months into his second term, there's a new Fox News poll on President Trump's job performance.
President Trump gets high marks from 49% of voters. Republicans approve and Democrats disapprove of the president by the same percentage, 92% to 8%. Independent voters disapprove of the president, 61 to 38%.
Fox's Gernal Scott. The last person known to have been seen with a missing University of Pittsburgh student from Virginia, Joshua Reeby, has left the Dominican Republic with a new passport after 2 weeks detained in his hotel. Reeby told police that he'd pulled her down to safety from rough surf, asked if she was okay, then passed out on the beach. Her body hasn't been found. Her parents say they believe she drowned, and Reeby's not responsible. A judge yesterday ruled that he was free to leave and the police had improperly been keeping him under surveillance. America's listening to Fox News.
'93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The damage left behind. It's 41 degrees in downtown Indianapolis with the light rain, but with the light wind, it feels like it's about 28. Your high today is 46. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. A storm that moved through Indiana last night caused significant damage to buildings, power lines, and trees. Matt Eckhoff is a forecaster at the National Weather Service.
County, where we had a pretty intense storm roll through with some signatures that prompted us to issue a tornado warning. We also have reports and damage, what it looks like down in Bartholomew County.
Eckhoff says more wet weather that's happening right now coming in from the northwest can leave a wintry mix, but the snow probably won't stick because it's too warm. It is expected to be out of Indianapolis by 9 o'clock. Searching for an escaped inmate is what the Indiana Department of Corrections is doing this morning. Michael Anderson was doing a 3-year sentence for burglary out of Lake County, but walked away from a prison work detail. Nearly 3 pounds of cocaine and nearly $20,000 cash were taken by Indianapolis cops after they raided several homes on Tuesday.
We were able to take into custody 7 adult males for their roles in multiple felonies, including possession and dealing of controlled narcotics, possession of firearms by serious violent felons.
IMPD Sergeant Simone Burris says the 7 men arrested told the cops that they were part of a criminal organization, but they didn't name what organization they were a part of. Nonprofit hospitals in Indiana would have a choice if a bill passed in a Senate committee Wednesday, if it becomes law, charge less in facility fees or pay an excise tax. Here's Chris Davis.
Too many Hoosiers pay hospital prices that are high and out of kilter nationally.
He's Matt Bell with Hoosiers for Affordable Health Care.
House Bill 1004 creates an option, a choice. Bring prices to a reasonable place, or pay a penalty associated with that.
But the bill he's talking about bothered some of the lawmakers on the Senate Health and Provider Services Committee who voted for it. If hospitals charge more than 265% the Medicare reimbursement rate, they pay the tax, and some hospitals believe that could put them out of business. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Indiana Pacers held off the Dallas Mavericks last night thanks to plays like this.
And now Nembhard gave it away. Christie stole it, takes it to the other end, and Siakam got to the rim and recycled the shot. It leads to a break and a Mathurin layup. What a play.
Mark Boyle on the Elevance Health Radio Network. The Pacers win 135-131. They play the Brooklyn Nets at home tonight as their 5-game homestand continues. And the Purdue Boilermakers are in Providence, Rhode Island this afternoon for an NCAA tournament first-round game with High Point. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Baer.
Southbound 69 stop-and-go traffic coming down from Fisher State Road 37 to 82nd Street. That's because of an earlier stall that has cleared. Northbound 65 on the south side, stop-and-go from Keystone Avenue through the south split up to Washington Street. Eastbound 70 slows downtown West Street into the south split. Inbound 65 slow. 38th Kessler down to 21st and northbound 465 on the northwest side. Slow roll 86th Street up to 865. Traffic sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. We've got some scattered rain showers out there farther north. We're seeing some snow showers. So, yay, spring. It's here and doesn't really feel like it. We've got blustery conditions today with winds out of the west and northwest. May gust 30 miles per hour. Highs today only around the lower 40s. Partly cloudy tonight, down to 27. We will warm up on Friday with a mix of sun and clouds, 57 degrees. And then we'll stay in the low and middle 50s for the weekend. A few morning showers early Saturday, some sunshine in the afternoon, and then cloudy on Sunday with some scattered showers, highs near 57.
That is Tara Hastings from Wish TV. Tara, as always, thank you. Appreciate it. Very, very much. There she goes, off into the wilderness. I'm assuming that's what they call the workplace. I don't know. 40 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:07. Saying maybe not Major League Soccer. The story from Mickey Shuey over there at the Indianapolis Business Journal. News release saying that United Soccer is going to launch a new top-tier league in 2028, and maybe that'll be their future. The Indy 11, being the Indy 11, had absolutely nothing to say about it. They put out a statement and then said we don't have anything to say about it. It doesn't change that Major League Soccer may still be coming to Indianapolis. It doesn't change that this city engaged in despicable tactics through Mayor Hogshead, through the Deputy Mayor Dan Parker, the grossness of the City County Council in removing the ability for the Indy 11 to move forward and trying to get a team, of working with them. Clearly, the Simons are involved. There's no question about this. Of course, we knew that from the beginning, even if people weren't willing to answer that. And some people who I utilize as sources were a little proactive in trying to keep me from the information. I thought that was pretty ugly. I'll have words with those people another time. But, you know, there's more than one way to get your thing done. More than one way to get what it is you're looking for handled. So they're going to look for other ways. And fine. And good. Not an issue. WIBC.com has all of your news. Of course, you've got the new coach, Darian DeVries, for IU. And who was it player for IU who entered the portal and said, hey, I really enjoyed my time at the University of Indiana? The University of Indiana? I'm going to say it again. The University of Indiana? I looked at that. I read it 3 times before I saw the comments where people were like, did this guy even know where he played? Maybe that's why he's in the transfer portal. He wasn't sure he was ever here to begin with. I forget the name of the player. I would say that the take on him, and we've got the story there from John Herrick, and no one would know better at WIBC.com. I think the take is okay. He had success in West Virginia. He brought victories to that team. He dealt with adversity and was able to overcome it. But I have not had anybody really speak out about the idea that, man, oh man, did we get ourselves some power? Did we get ourselves some strength? Did we get ourselves a real winner? What it looks like, I think based on reaction, I could be wrong, is, oh, well, I hope that works. It could. I mean, guy could be a great coach for all I know. Guy absolutely could take this team and get them into the bracket and get them at least playing for a Sweet 16 round. And I think IU fans would at least think that there's something happening here. I don't know. It's just they seem, in my time here, which has been, now it's been over a decade. I'm here. It seems like they're cycling through a lot of coaches. And it seems like IU fans are just, nothing except the national championship is going to make them happy at this stage of the game. Everything else is just to them like a waste of time, and we're not taking these things seriously. That's the feeling I get. If I'm wrong, tell me. And tell me why you think I'm wrong on the Twittix at Tony Katz. I have nothing against this coach. I want success for him. Just seems like, well, we need a body. He's got a body. Put him in. As for the guy who entered the transfer portal, University of Indiana. That's adorable. Tony Katz, that's me, by the way. 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is the most exciting time of the year, and we want you to go all the way, even if your team doesn't. March on, Indiana, in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Shop any of Hubler's 13 locations and choose from over 2,000 vehicles, including Chevys, Fords, Toyotas, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and many more. All makes, all models, certified vehicles, luxury vehicles, even the hard-to-find ones. Every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, plus a 128-point vehicle inspection, and a free Carfax history report. Hubler's got you covered. Busted brackets not included. For over 2,000 vehicles, visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 locations.
Hubler's got you covered. Cover me!
Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Hi, I'm Charlie Comer from Comer & Cross Premium Garage Floor Coatings. When your garage floor has stains, cracks, and pits, it makes your whole garage look bad. And a bad epoxy job looks even worse. Look, spring will be here on March 20th. For your best price of the year on your new garage floor, basement, or patio and installation this spring, please call me now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Guaranteed, a Comer & Cross concrete floor coating won't chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. In one day, we make it so easy. We move your stuff out for you. We fix the cracks and pits perfectly. And apply your gleaming new Comer & Cross concrete floor in 6 stages, just in time for spring. For your best price of the year on your new garage floor, basement, or patio, and installation by spring, please call me now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Or go to COMERcross.com.
From a fast break to recovery, Indiana hospitals are here for every Hoosier, regardless of their ability to pay. That's why we're teaming up with legislators on a winning playbook to lower costs and protect access to care across our communities. Because good policy doesn't leave anyone on the sidelines. Learn more at HoosierLifeline.com.
Paid for by the Indiana Hospital Association.
A tradition of excellence over 150 years in the making. At Busey Bank, we're committed to building relationships that span generations. Wherever your journey in life leads you, we are with you along the way. creating a legacy for you and your family. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Traffic on the fives, Matt Bear. What are you doing?
Crash downtown, southbound 6570 after Washington Street, blocking the right lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back into the north split. Inbound 65 slow from the White River to 21st. East side, northbound 465, stop-and-go traffic from 70 up to Penn Pike. Inbound 69 slow from 106th Street down to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
39 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But this one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number. $100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. Oh, one last number. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
The Indianapolis Ballet, the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra, and Clues Memorial Hall unite to present the timeless classic ballet Swan Lake, March 28th and 29th. This collaboration features gorgeous costumes and sets, with full orchestra bringing to life Tchaikovsky's beautiful score, and conducted by the ISO's Jack Everly. Don't miss Indianapolis Ballet's Swan Lake at Clues Hall, March 28th and 29th. Tickets on sale at indieballet.org.
$667 million. That's what Greenpeace has to pay up because of their protests, quote unquote, at the Dakota pipeline. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. 9-person jury awarding a Dallas-based Energy Transfer and its subsidiary Dakota Access the $667 million. Greenpeace liable for defamation. There's a lot of defamation going on. You can't make a false claim. You can't say someone said something that they didn't. Good advice for some people who think that saying that about me is going to end well on a personal level. And we see this in a lot of places. You can have comments about things. I comment about things all the time. You can't say someone said something when they didn't. You can't say someone did something when they didn't. You can say, here's what I think their words mean, but you can't put words in someone's mouth. And this 9-person jury making this award could very well end Greenpeace. Washington Post, Greenpeace ordered to pay Dakota Access Pipeline operator $667 million in case that could destroy the group. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Greenpeace not existing anymore. They say we know that this fight is not over and our work is never going to stop. Okay. But you're going to pay a whole bunch of money. And it's going to be kind of hard to get more people to give you money when this is how you utilize it. When you don't engage properly with it. Again, push your position. You want to destroy. You want to lie. You want to engage in violence. There are going to be repercussions. College brings repercussions. A bunch of people sent this to me yesterday from Steve Kornacki over there at NBC. And they were like, well, you called this one. It wasn't just me. We have been on this for a while. And what is that we're on? That college-educated white women are the worst. Suburban white women are the worst. because they end up being liberal white women, and they are the worst. But now I've got data. Steve Kornacki went through the numbers. Where do people fall on the subjects of Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, Elon Musk, Doge, the Republican Party, Vladimir Zelensky, DEI, and the Democratic Party? On Donald Trump, white men with no degree. These are all white men and women in this bit of polling. White men, Trump plus 41. That's with no degree. White men with college, plus 1. That's a spread. White women who don't have a college degree, plus 14 for Trump. White women who have a college degree, negative 38. College will make you or your daughter a liberal. That's what it does. And the reason you see no degree higher is because men often don't go to college at the same rates because colleges don't care if they take men. This has been a long conversation. You think colleges can tell you about all the men they take? No. The women they take and the ethnic group this and the diversity that and the other. Not men. No, men as an overall? Nope. They could care less. J.D. Vance. White men, no degree, plus 36. White women, no degree, plus 8. White women, negative 38. Elon Musk. White men, no degree, plus 33. Everybody else, white men with college, white women with no degree, white women with a degree, negative 6, negative 5, negative 40. Good gosh. And then you get down to Vladimir Zelensky. White men, no degree, negative 5. White men with college, plus 11. White women, no degree, negative 3. White women who went to college, plus 53. They hate Trump. They hate Vance. They hate Musk. They love Zelensky. They love Zelensky more than they hate Trump. It's okay because white college women also love DEI. White men with no degree, negative 40. White men with a college degree, negative 17. White women with no degree, negative 1. White women with a college degree, plus 31. College destroys the minds of women. What other data point do you want from me? Suburban white women are the worst. And you know I mean liberal white women. The worst. Good gosh. Trump bad, Vance bad, Musk bad, DEI good. How much guilt do you carry in your everyday life and why? Why do you live like this? What do you get? Maybe the most fascinating part when they asked about the Democratic Party, white men with no degree, negative 58. It's actually the largest number. White men with a college degree, negative 38. White women with no degree, negative 36, right? A negative view of the Democratic Party. White women with a college degree, negative 4. So regardless of anything else, they all know that the Democratic Party is just terrible, which is, of course, the branding conversation. And because they don't have a brand, the argument of the Democratic Party is, how can we hate Trump more? And that doesn't work. There's no value here. You have to be for something, which is something that we have been reiterating to the Indiana Democratic Party for years, and they just can't do it. They couldn't do it under John Zodi. They couldn't do it under Mike Schmuel. And I don't think they're going to be able to do it under Karen Talian. They aren't for anything. Oh, we're for working families. What does that even mean? Take your sloganeering and shove it. What's the policy? When Casey Hamilton, Democrat, wanted to engage the idea of no taxes on diapers, I think it was no taxes on diapers, I was all in. And for some reason, it didn't get through legislation. Then we had the special session and it went through that way. Why not give her the win? Do you care that's a Democrat that gets the win? You should be cheering Democrats when they want to lower taxes. That's what I would have done. Not everything is terrible all the time. That was a good idea. Make it easier for moms and for young families to afford things. Perfect. I love it. It's a pro-family message. I could not have been more happy with it. It should have passed immediately. And we should have been like, okay, now let's add 15 more things that should have no tax on them and just throw it on there. Make it rain no taxes. Should have been it. That was a positive message. Democrats in Indiana haven't had a positive message since. They have no positivity, and it's why they lose every statewide election. It's why they keep losing. They keep fighting, but they keep losing. Maybe they'll learn this time around. Maybe not. This is fantastic. I'll have it up at TonyKatz.com. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Southbound 6570 downtown. Crash after Washington Street. Right lane closed. Traffic jammed up into the north split. And southbound 65 stop and go after 38th Kessler 221st. Northwest side northbound 465 stop and go 86th Street up to 865. Inbound 69 stop and go traffic after 116th Street to 82nd. It's raining right now in some parts. Please turn your headlights on if you haven't already. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
People are angry that some Republicans won't hold town halls.
Join us Thursday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
When it comes to managed network services and IT support, Applied Innovation is at the top of the list for these Applied Innovation customers. Sean Carnahan, sales manager for Adventure Homes.
They do all of our computers, so they take care of all of our issues, anything that comes up with our servers, any tech support, software we need, any equipment we need.
Eric Lane, director of information technology for Raleigh Williams Paint Spot.
Applied Innovation has been very proactive, and they've laid out a plan for here is what we look like today, and here's what we want to look like in 18 months and then going forward. So it's the long-term vision that they have that other companies didn't.
Ashley Crane, IT director for Belmont Beverage.
They're just a really great company that has a lot to offer to a small IT team like ourselves.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedyinnovation.com.
It's tax time, and tax time is your time to buy a new Nissan and get double your tax refund or down payment only at Andy Moore Nissan of Indianapolis. For a limited time, when you buy any new Nissan, Andy Moore Nissan will double your tax refund or down payment up to $5,000. That means your $1,000 becomes $2,000. Your $2,000 becomes $4,000. Your $4,000 becomes $8,000. This month only, Andy Moore Nissan will double your down payment up to $10,000. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Good credit, bad credit, even no credit. Our credit experts will get you approved with the best terms with as little as $0 down on any new Nissan in stock. Andy Moore Nissan is making deals other dealers won't and approving deals other dealers can't. Andy Moore Nissan, 4302 Lafayette Road, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Ready for better sleep? Now is your chance during the March mattress sale. Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, King Coil, Bed Gear, and Nectar mattresses, you can save up to $800 with up to 4 years interest-free financing. And don't forget, Thompson Furniture delivers for free. Hurry! Sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
What a day.
You're working too hard.
We're both working too hard with even less to show for it.
What's this?
It's the bills for Tracy's procedure.
This is outrageous.
I know. And Mom just said her prescriptions went up again.
How can working people afford this?
These medical bills are crushing our finances, and these hospitals and insurance groups are making record profits.
You know, I read Indiana has the 9th highest healthcare costs in the nation, and prescription drug costs are out of control.
That's why I voted for Mike Braun. He has a plan to reform Indiana's broken healthcare system. Braun's plan calls for billing transparency, increased access, and lower costs for all Hoosiers.
I hear you. It's good to know help is on the way. Mike Braun's plan will offer real relief for our family budget.
Sign the petition for Braun's healthcare plan at HoosierHope.org. Join Mike Braun's fight for healthcare reform today. Paid for by HoosierHope.org.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors. For 1951 cabinetry, visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or DrexelIN.com.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text money to 46220 today.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
People are angry that some Republicans won't hold town halls.
Join us Thursday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Who has the final say? It's 39 degrees in downtown Indianapolis with the light rain. The real feel is about 26 because there's a slight wind out of the northwest blowing. Your high today is 46. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31. In Bartholomew County, emergency responders are dealing with downed trees and power lines. In Johnson County, strong winds ripped off part of a roof last night at the Franklin Skate Club with 75 people inside. Matt Eckhoff is a forecaster at the National Weather Service.
It came ashore on the west coast of the United States and then traversed the Rocky Mountains, emerged into Kansas, and then deepened considerably, meaning strengthened.
Talking about the strong storms that stayed around for hours last night, the NWS is going out to Vigo and Bartholomew counties to look at damage to confirm to see how big a tornado touched down. The president wants to get rid of the Department of Education, and today he's expected to sign an executive order to do just that.
White House Deputy Press Secretary Harrison Field says, quote, President Trump's executive order to expand educational opportunities will empower parents, states, and communities to take control and improve outcomes for all students. This is something the president campaigned on, of course, saying the department was full of, quote, radical zealots and Marxists. Under Article 2 of the Constitution, Congress will need to sign off on abolishing the Department of Education, which was established in 1979.
That's Fox's Lucas Tomlinson reporting. The Trump administration is also facing a noon deadline to provide answers to a federal judge about multiple migrant deportation flights that took off last weekend. State police in Indiana are investigating an organization's buses for missing stop signs. Jake McDaniel has that story.
The John Bonner Neighborhood Center says that swing out stop signs for buses are conditional, but officers say school buses need to have them as it's required by state law.
When we purchased the buses, we were told by the company that we purchased the buses from that those flashing lights and stop arms and the yellow color all had to be removed because we are not a school corporation.
JB&C Community Development Officer Melissa Benton, she tells Wish TV that JB&C's council reviewed the state law and they say they were following the rules. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
What kind of a person would steal money from a church? That's exactly what cops in Newcastle want to know. They say the church treasurer stole $214,000. Annie Nunn is facing 5 felony charges in the case. Duke's energy rate increase is now in effect. They say households will pay more than 8% in costs, which will cover $295 million in operating costs. An event called STEM Fest is happening at Cambridge Fieldhouse this weekend. Here's John Herrick.
STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. Indiana Pacer Sports and Entertainment CEO Mel Rain says this is a great event that benefits kids.
We are excited to once again partner with Lilly to bring STEM to life and inspire fans of all ages.
Rain says students can discover STEM through hands-on activities with businesses, universities, and nonprofit organizations. It runs from 11 to 1 on Saturday on the main concourse at Cambridge. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. There were about 15,000 people at Gainbridge Fieldhouse last night to watch the Pacers beat the Dallas Mavericks 135-131. Benedict Mathurin scored 16 of his 23 points in the fourth quarter. He knows how important this last push is for the team.
We have to take care of, every single game, one at a time. And we have 14 games left to the playoffs, so we have to try and make a push for it.
On the Elevance Health Radio Network, the Pacers take on the Brooklyn Nets tonight in the second game of their homestand. Purdue point guard Braden Smith credits his teammates for helping him rack up more than 700 career assists as the team gets ready for its first-round NCAA tournament game against High Point.
Yeah, I get them the ball, but they make the shots. So I think just having great teammates, my 3 years I've been here, that's obviously a huge help.
And today's game tips off at 12:40 in Providence, Rhode Island. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the fives. Here's Matt Baer.
Northbound 465 stop and go traffic 79 to 865. Inbound 69 slows 106th Street to 82nd. Southbound 65 70 a crash after Washington Street blocking the right lane, jamming us up through the north split onto westbound 70, which makes us slow back to rural. Crash on the southeast side. This is westbound 74, like you're coming to Indianapolis from Shelbyville, and a crash before 465 slowing us down a bit. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Baer on the fives at WIBC Traffic.
39 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee. Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Dow futures down 175. NASDAQ futures down 125. I guess they didn't like hearing that there might be two rate decreases, maybe. But we're going to hold things as they are. Trump saying the Fed should cut rates to ease the transition to his tariffs. Well, who didn't see that coming at all? I mean, that was just written on the wind. That was, good Lord. You got crude oil prices, $67.39 on the West Texas crude. Brent crude, $70.90. So creeping up a little bit over the last week. And the 10-year Treasury note, 4.197, liking this idea of where rates are. That's what it's saying. Certainly, at least that's my take. 4.19, if it stays there for a couple days, you'll see people getting back to doing mortgages and refis because they'll feel, okay, it's back down. Now is the time, even though it's only crept up just a little bit. But again, it's all in the head. The world is crazy, but we do not have to be. That's why I bring you the TK, Tony Katz. That is me. Thursday music moment presented by Killadent, killadentremoval.com. This is where you go when you got the door dings and when you got the issues, the hail damage on your car. You go to the people at Killadent, killadentremoval.com, and they take care of everything. They take care of the whole thing. Make your car look good as new. Travel to you, killadentremoval.com. Fantastic people. I know people have used them. They've had great results. Check them out for yourself. If you've got the door dings, hail damage, you need the paintless dent removal, whatever the case may be, you go to killadentremoval.com, killadentremoval.com, and get taken care of. So the world is crazy, but we don't have to be. And that's why we take a moment. On Thursdays, we play some music, we relax, we take it easy, we roll down the windows. Hard to do at 38 degrees, but still give it a go. Turn up the speakers, and we take a breath because it's important. It is important to just take a breath and then we get back to it, which we will. But for this, I went to what I go to, 1972. Was it recorded in 72? and then released in 73? Or was it? Yeah. No, it was recorded in 71, released in 72. 1972. For those of you playing the home game, 50 years later, it's still fantastic. Roll down your windows, turn up the speakers, grab yourself a beverage. I'm not judging whatever it is. It is, as long as you're not driving, you could do almost anything. Almost anything. From the album Madman Across the Water, Elton John, Tiny Dancer, producer Carl, hit it.
Blue jean baby, LA lady, seamstress for the band, pretty eye, pirate smile, you marry a music man, ballerina, you must have seen her dancing in the sand. Now she's in me, always with me, tiny dancer in my hand. Jesus freaks out in the street, handing tickets out for gone, turning back, she just laughs. The boulevard is not that bad. Piano man, he makes a stand in their auditorium, looking on. She sings the songs, the words she knows, tune she hums. But oh, how it feels so real, lying here with no one near, only you, and you can hear me when I say softly, slowly, 'cause she's in me, always with me, tiny dancer in my hand.
Sometimes you just need a moment. We've got the full listing over there at WIBC.com. The TK, Tony Katz, Thursday Music Moment, presented by KillADentRemoval.com. Getting rid of your door dings, KillADentRemoval.com. Check out the whole list. It's good. It's a good list. Matt Bear has traffic. What's going on, Matthew?
Southbound 6570 downtown. Crash after Washington Street. It blocks the right lane, causing stop-and-go traffic into the north split. And on to westbound 70. That's slow from Sherman Drive. And looking at Hendricks County, eastbound 70, like you're going towards Indianapolis, stop-and-go traffic beginning at State Road 39 for about 2.5 miles to the county line. That's where it starts to pull up, and you start moving up to speed again. On the southeast side, crash westbound 74, shy of 465. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
38 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:46.
You want to listen all day to WIBC, but you don't always have time. Don't worry. There's a podcast for that. The WIBC Mashup. Daily highlights from your favorite hosts, Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, and Hammer and Nigel. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Talk about rising interest rates. There's economic uncertainty, and that can all have you wondering if now is the right time to sell your home. Am I going to get the price that I need? Is it going to take too long? There's good news. You don't have to figure this out by yourself, not in the slightest. There is a friendly, no-pressure, experienced agent eating and sleeping Indianapolis real estate. We're talking about Mark Dietel. Maybe you're worried that, you've got repairs, costly repairs, upgrades you need to do, and that is going to be needed to sell your home. And how do you afford that? Mark Dietel is the only real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. Just pick your move date. There are no long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Katie and Chris in Perry Township worked with Mark and said, sadly, our marriage was ending and we were both ready to sell the home and move forward as soon as possible. Mark Dietel made it happen fast and easy. Our home sold for more than we anticipated in 24 hours with 17 showings and multiple offers. Call the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended, the agent who guarantees your home sold, or he'll buy it. Call Mark Dietel, 317-755-4232. Get all the details or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com.
Spring in Indy, and if you hate to paint, do what your neighbor Don did. He called Rhino Shield.
Well, the home was built in 1948. Paint on the aluminum siding was peeling, and I couldn't find anyone who would repaint it until I called Rhino Shield.
Rhino Shield's better than paint, and the crew?
Painted all my aluminum siding, and I've got a front porch that runs the whole length of the house, and all the pillars and everything. And once they were gone, I couldn't even tell that they were there.
Visit Rhino Shield's booth at the Flower and Patio Show and learn about their 25-year transferable warranty protection. Plus, receive a free prize.
Well, I've told a lot of people, do the Rhino Shield. It's really a great product, and if you don't want to paint the house, that would be the way to go.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino!
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
It's dent season, the time of year Mother Nature decides to take out her aggression on your vehicle. Don't paint your car, go PDR with Kill a Dent Removal. PDR is paintless dent removal that saves your factory finish and is way less invasive than traditional body shop repairs. And it's faster too, sometimes same day. Google Kill a Dent Removal and check out the reviews and photos. Then schedule your repair. When Mother Nature throws a tantrum and messes up the look of your vehicle, don't paint your car, go PDR with Kill a Dent Removal.
At Busey Wealth Management,
We're proud to partner with individuals, families, and foundations, ensuring possibilities become achievements. From preserving and enhancing your assets to securing your legacy for future generations, we're focused on your success. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth. Since 1868, member FDIC.
Okay. What is this 1960s, 1970s insanity that is playing? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that TV theme song? Here's how we play. Producer Carl has picked the TV theme song. I have to guess what it is. And it is very 1960s, 1970s. And I thought it had a bit of $6 Million Man, Bionic Woman theme kind of feel to it. Is it Bionic Woman? I cannot be defeated! Ah! Oh, man. It's a little difficult. The Bionic Woman. Bionic Woman, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, there's a full listing over at WIBC.com. Carl is so into this. He demanded placement on the WIBC site. So if you scroll down, it's there. What's that TV theme song? And now he wants you to know sponsorship now available. Go ahead, Carl. Tell him. There it is. Yeah, you can own it lock, stock, and barrel. What's super weird is when we share the list, right? He shares the theme songs, but we can't share the podcast version because the copyright of the song doesn't allow us to put it on the podcast, but we're allowed to share it on air. It's the weirdest thing in the world. Have we ever figured out why that is, Producer Carl?
It's an ASCAP thing.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's about the union. That is so strange.
We have the rights
because we pay for the. We have the rights, right? We
have the rights for radio air, but we don't have the rights for the internet.
That is so weird, man. So weird that we can't share it that way. Crazy. So anyway, sponsorships now available on Tony Katz today at noon, which is a very good show, by the way. The morning show is award-winning and award-nominated. The midday show is just, passionate. I have no idea what I'm saying here. I'm telling you, the whole day's been kind of weird. President expected to sign an executive order at 4 o'clock saying we're going to put an end to the Department of Education. It's fine by me, but the question is, how does it work? How do you go about doing such a thing? That's what we're going to look at. That's what we're going to get into on Tony Katz today at noon. So you do not want to miss that at all. And the Tesla conversation will continue. Because you have people who really think that the answer is, I don't like Elon Musk, so I'm going to destroy Tesla vehicles. And someone published a list of Tesla vehicle owners. It's very gross. And wait till you learn that Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, is really punching his own constituents in the face when he's mocking Tesla. I'll have that at noon as well. I'll catch you then. Right now, Matt Bear has traffic.
Crash downtown, southbound 65, 70 after Washington Street, blocking the right lane. Traffic is backed up through the north split onto westbound 70, back to Shadeland Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry.